The Empire's outer defense station drifted quietly above the frozen side of Varney's 4. For years, nothing strange had ever crossed this region. Patrols were routine, sensors were calm, and the officers believed the borders were completely safe. But on this day, something changed. Commander Rylan, an old veteran of the Empire, watched the long-range screen with tired eyes. Everything looked normal, until a small, flickering signal appeared at the edge of the display. It wasn't a ship, a satellite, or any known energy pattern. It was something else. Identify that signature, Rylan ordered. The scanner team worked fast, but their faces turned pale. Commander, the database shows nothing. No species, no origin, no records. It's not even following any known flight pattern. Rylan stepped closer. The signal was moving slowly but confidently, straight toward the Empire's most guarded sector. "What is this thing?" he whispered. The unknown object suddenly accelerated. The scanning screen filled with warning symbols. "It's huge!" an officer shouted. "Mass estimate, far larger than our destroyers." Rylan felt his chest freeze. Unknown, unregistered, and coming straight at them. "Alert the battle group," he shouted. "Full formation, now!" Across the orbit, 12 Imperial warships activated shields and powered their weapons. Engines roared. Pilots rushed to positions. The Empire believed they were ready. But when the object finally came close, everyone went silent. It wasn't an asteroid. It wasn't alien debris. It was a warship, a human warship. But nothing like any human ship the Empire had ever seen. Its hull was dark and ancient-looking, but glowing with strange blue lines. Its engines burned brighter than any known technology. It moved like a predator, slow, calm, fearless. Rylan whispered the words no Empire soldier ever wanted to say. What kind of humans built this? And then everything went wrong. Alarms echoed across every Imperial ship as the unknown human warship drifted into full view. Its design made no sense. It looked old but not damaged, ancient but powerful, like something built by humans who no longer existed in any known timeline. Captain Varos of the Empire's frontline cruiser stared at it through his view screen. "It's not sending any ID code," he said. "Not military, not civilian, nothing." His second officer swallowed hard. "Why is it flying directly toward a full battle group without hesitation?" Varos had no answer. The human warship slowed. Its engines dimmed, but the ship itself remained completely still, almost as if it was watching them. The Empire's ships formed a tight circle, weapons fully armed, ready to fire at a moment's notice. "Open a channel," Varos ordered. Static. No reply. "Try again." More static. The unknown ship didn't transmit anything. Not a warning. Not a threat. Not even a signal that it knew they were there. It simply existed, calm and silent, while 12 Imperial destroyers aimed high-energy cannons directly at it. Inside the Empire control bridge, panic was building. "Captain, its armor is reading strange." "Strange how?" "The scans keep failing. We can't see inside it. It's like the ship absorbs our sensors." That was impossible. Empire ships used the strongest scanning arrays in the region. Nothing could block them. Nothing except whatever technology this human ship carried. Then, without warning, the human warship rotated slightly, one slow, deliberate movement, as if turning its face toward the Empire flagship. Every Imperial officer felt the same chill at the same time. It knows we're here. The engines of the unknown warship brightened. The hull glowed with blue lines pulsing like a heartbeat. Something was waking up. Something powerful. And the Empire finally understood. This ship wasn't lost. It wasn't drifting. It came here on purpose. Every Imperial ship aimed their cannons at the mysterious human warship, but still it didn't move. It didn't speak. It simply hovered there, as if the Empire's entire battle group didn't matter at all. Commander Rylan felt sweat on his palms. Why isn't it reacting? Why isn't it afraid? No one answered. Then something strange happened. The blue lines on the human ship's hull began to pulse faster, like the vessel was breathing. The energy level spiked so high, that Imperial sensors started to glitch. "Captain, our radar is freezing. All systems lagging. What is this interference?" The Empire had never seen anything like it. Their targeting systems flickered. Their shields flickered. Even the communication between ships began to break. It was like the unknown warship was silently crushing their technology with nothing but its presence. Varos clenched his jaw. "Fire a warning shot. Let it know we are not weak." A single plasma round shot toward the human vessel. It struck the hull, and nothing happened. No explosion. No damage. Not even a sound. The plasma simply vanished, absorbed into the ship's armor like a drop of water, sinking into dry sand. "That's impossible," an officer whispered. "That shot could melt through a cruiser." Ryland's voice trembled. "This is not normal human engineering. This is something else." Before anyone could react, the unknown warship finally moved. One faint flash of blue light. One pulse, silent, gentle, almost soft. Then the Empire watched frozen as their entire left flank of destroyers shut down at once. Powerless. Engines dead, weapons offline. No, what just happened?" "They're drifting." "We lost 3 ships." The mysterious human warship hadn't fired a weapon. It had simply touched them and crippled a third of the battle group instantly. Ryland swallowed hard. Whatever this ship was, it wasn't negotiating. Panic spread to the Imperial formation as 3 destroyers drifted helplessly, their lights flickering like dying lanterns. No one understood what happened. No beams, no torpedoes, no visible attack. Just one soft pulse from the mysterious human warship. Captain Varro slammed his fist on the console. "Enough! Full fleet. Prepare immediate strike. I want all weapons locked on that target." Officers rushed to obey. Cannons charged. Missile bays opened. The Empire's battle group surrounded the lone human vessel from every angle. They aimed everything they had. Fire! A storm of plasma bolts, railgun slugs, and guided missiles flew across space like a burning wave. The entire region glowed red and white from the combined firepower of 9 Imperial warships. For a moment, it looked like the unknown human ship had disappeared inside the explosion. Sensors went blind. Screens whited out. Shockwaves shook every Imperial cruiser. Ryland whispered, "Did we destroy it?" But then the smoke cleared. The unknown warship floated there, completely untouched. Not a scratch. Its dark hull still glowing with calm blue lines. Varos felt the fear like a blade in his chest. How can a ship survive that? No armor is that strong. Nothing is that strong. Before they could recover, the human warship reacted, not with missiles, not with lasers, not with anything the Empire understood. The blue lines along its hull aligned, shifting, forming patterns, symbols, something ancient and unfamiliar. One bright, focused pulse fired outward. It wasn't a weapon. It was a command. And every Imperial ship's engine screamed, overloaded, failed. Boom, 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 boom. One by one, reactors shut down. Shields collapsed. Weapons died. The entire battle group floated in silence, powerless. Ryland stared at the dark screens in horror. "This isn't a warship," he whispered. "This is a judgment." Every Imperial cruiser floated silently, dead in space. No engines, no shields, no weapons. Only the cold echo of failing power cores filled the air. The unknown human warship drifted closer, slow, calm, almost graceful. It did not hurry. It did not threaten. It simply moved like something ancient, awakened after ages of sleep. Commander Ryland felt every heartbeat in his throat as the massive vessel passed by his view screen. "It's scanning us," he whispered. But the scan wasn't normal. It didn't come from any known frequency. It felt old. Too old. "Captain," an officer said with a trembling voice, "I think that ship is not part of the modern human alliance. Its design doesn't match anything in the last 1,000 years. Ryland blinked. "A relic?" "No. Something older than a relic. Something that should not exist anymore." The ship's hull symbols glowed brighter. patterns no Imperial historian had ever seen. They looked like runes, like artwork carved into metal, or warnings carved into a cage. Varros swallowed hard. What was humanity hiding? The human warship suddenly halted in front of the flagship. Its central core brightened, forming a massive rotating sphere of blue-white energy. It looked like a sun being born. Officers panicked. What is it doing? Is that a weapon? Braced for impact. But there was no explosion. Instead, a deep, vibration-like sound echoed through every Imperial ship. Their monitors flickered. Their internal systems rebooted. Data streamed across their screens. Not from the Empire. Not from their own systems. From the unknown human ship. Lines of ancient human language appeared. Symbols, warnings, records. Rylan read the translation slowly as it auto-converted. This vessel is not a weapon. It is a protector. Its purpose activates only when humanity is threatened. Rylan's blood ran cold. The Empire had attacked a Guardian, and now it was fully awake. A cold silence filled every Imperial ship as the ancient human warship hovered before them. The blue energy sphere at its core shrank slowly, folding back into hull like a living star returning to sleep. But no one on the Empire's side dared to breathe. Commander Rylan watched the translated message repeat on every screen. This vessel awakens only when humanity faces danger. Rylan whispered, "We didn't threaten humanity. We only defended our border." An officer's voice trembled. "Sir, we surrounded it with a battle group. We fired first. The ship reacted to sabotage of its path." The truth hit them like a hammer. They had not encountered an enemy. They had triggered a defense protocol older than their entire empire. Then the message changed. More words appeared. "You attacked without warning. This action has been recorded, but humanity does not seek war." Captain Varros's hand shook. "It's communicating." Another line appeared. "The Guardian will leave. Do not interfere again. Next activation will not be gentle." Suddenly, every Imperial ship systems came online. Engines restarted. Lights returned. Weapons remained locked, but powerless. The Guardian had restored only what it wanted. A final pulse washed through the fleet. Soft, warm, almost peaceful. And then, the ancient human warship turned away. Its engines flared to life, bright as a newborn star. Space rippled. The Guardian vanished into FTL. Gone in a single breath. No explosion. No sound. Just silence. Commander Rylan exhaled shakily. "Send a message to High Command, immediately." Varros nodded. "What should we tell them?" Rylan stared at the empty space where the Guardian disappeared. "Tell them we just witnessed something older than our empire. Tell them humans were never weak. Tell them we were lucky today." He swallowed. "Next time we won't survive.